how equality to be achieved in political decision. There is a distinction between prospective equality and retrospective equality. Prospective equality, where every citizen has an equal chance of influencing the outcome of democratic process, whereas in retrospective it is achieved where decision is already taken and all determined by it as unanimous is rare. Whereas in perspective, I hope that it is very much understood, where every citizen has an equal chance of influencing the outcome of democratic process, that every citizen has a say and every citizen is role is playing. Whereas in retrospective, it is achieved where decision is already taken and there is unanimous is rare. Justification of democracy, intrinsic and instrumental democracy. When we value democracy as a good in itself and for itself, we assert the intrinsic value of democracy. What does that mean? That is, we argue that democracy is valuable for its own sake because it is the fairest way of giving expression to equality among citizens. On the other hand, democracy may also be valued instrumentally or as a means to some other end. Thus, it may be argued that democracy is good because it fosters competition among political leaders and so give us a better choice of leadership, and also it combats the abuse of political power. Unanimity is impossible, and that's the best and most practical way to arrive at decision, because there are so many people, all views and they are taking care of all the communities, all the people, those who are influencing the decision making, and unanimity is impossible, that it is not just because of the particular group, particular community or particular form of influence that is affecting, it is in a whole and inclusive manner. Democracy, procedural and substantive. What is procedural democracy? Emphasis over set of institutions and procedures of democracy like legislative assembly, free and fair elections. It failed to see formal political equality as poor, less educated could not be able to participate. Theorists emphasize over substantive democracy, which suggests a society of truly equal citizens who are politically engaged and tolerant of different opinions. I will repeat, what is procedural democracy? Emphasis over set of institutions and procedures of democracy like legislative assembly, free and fair elections. It failed to see formal political equality as poor, less educated could not be able to participate. On the other hand, theorists emphasis over substantive democracy, which suggests a society of truly equal citizens who are politically engaged and tolerant of different opinions. What are now in types of democracy? Since direct democracy is not possible in large and complex societies, so we do follow this representative, that is indirect. What Joseph Stupiter said, he argues that democracy does not mean merely electing representative. Instead, candidates should be among the given set of candidates, called realist democracy. He is criticizing that even this representative democracy has some drawbacks. So he's like, candidates should be among the given set of candidates. What is now participative democracy? It is found in the writings of John Stuart Mill. He talked about popular democratic structure and ideal government. On Rousey, participation of every citizen in political decision making. What is participative democracy? In complex societies, participative democracy is impossible, and Benjamin Barber and Carol Padman argued in favor of strong democracy, where every citizen is more active in decision making, instead of like they are using their power just once in a while and citizens are non-active. Political participation central to the good life and restrain the abuse of power by public officials. I will repeat this thing, it is very important that political participation central to the good life and restrain the abuse of power by public officials. Deliberative democracy, it's under the type of democracy. We have talked about participatory, now it's deliberative democracy. It values open and public deliberation of issues of common concern. Persuasion is the best basis for political power, as respect the autonomy of individual and value the capacity of self-government. It values open and public deliberation of issues of common concern, that there will be gathering and there will be open deliberation, that issues can be listened up and issues can be solved, their grievances can be addressed. Persuasion is the best basis for political power, as respect the autonomy of individual and value the capacity of self-government. Social democracy, third one. Strong commitment to equality. Support the idea of the welfare state based on redistribution. Duty of state to remove poverty and disability and obstacles from citizen life. That it's talked about the welfare. Cosmopolitan democracy. The idea of cosmopolitan democracy is to give response to the challenges of globalization. World is getting closely connected through communication and internet revolutions. For example, environment movement and women movement got world recognition. It's just because of that. Is technological innovation makes government more accountable as supranational and United Nations organizations like WTO, etc., more responsive to developed democracies. Because of technology, all these movements have had a wide reach and they got popularized. People got awareness about, because of this technology. So thank you so much. This series will cover political theory, which will be beneficial for graduation and post-graduation students of political science. I will try to cover chapter-wise systematically, and please feel free to give feedback. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much.